Hey, this is George, just here in Perth City, and I was at an event that from Google Garage, and very basic information, but some interesting stats, which was a good refresher on just how things work in the digital world. So I thought I'd share with you something that you could use for when you create content for your martial arts school. So before I get to that, one of the most interesting stats that I thought it was interesting was that goldfish have officially surpassed us, meaning attention span. So where goldfish used to have a longer attention span than human beings, according to their stats, Google stats, we are now a human being's attention span is 8 seconds and goldfish have 9 seconds. Right, so they have the one up. So here's something that I found interesting was the difference between your strategy with Google search and social media. So it's one of those things that when you kind of know it, and we've been really trying to be deliberate about it, but when you really realize the big difference, it's kind of a aha moment about how you go about it. So when you look at social media, right? Social media, a big thing about social media, which is a pet peeve, is the longevity of your content, right? Because you can create social media posts today and you've got about 24 to 48 hours before they have completely lost their reach, okay? So unless you're doing something else with it, like using it for an ad or something like that, that's going to be the lifespan of the content for you. So then you look at Google. So again, social media, very positive and generally positive, right? I mean, obviously when you create content, you want to create positive content. Some people just create complaining posts, all right? I mean, if that's your thing, awesome, but I wouldn't recommend it for your martial arts school, right? So that's the one side. You got the social media content that you create. Now, Google, on the flip side, is not so much of a, dare I say it, like fake facade, right? It's not all everybody's happy moments. It's people going to Google and really typing in real life problems. Okay, so real things that are going on in their life that they are trying to solve. You know, in a martial arts school's case, self-defense, or it's activities for the kids, and that's can also just be like the first level of the problem, right? Because it could be a few layers deep. So that is the real difference. The difference being, one is being created, for more of a positive and friendly and happy vibe, and Google, people are typing in real world problems, and then obviously finding results for that, and that's how you find articles, videos, and so forth. So I guess the key thing is always, how do you bridge the gap, right? How can you create content that leverages both platforms? Because if you're only investing into social media, then it's ongoing and you always got to do it. But if you create the content with the purpose of how can it be leveraged and how can people find it later on your website, then you're playing a whole new different game. A little tool we use in the Martial Arts Media Academy, which I'm revamping now for our new modules, is a content multiplier, content duplicator, like a cloning type tool. So you create one piece of content and then you model it and clone it for different platforms. So that's one side of it. But then the real cool thing about it is how to take one piece of content and then making sure that it's relevant on all platforms. So I won't go into all the details in that, but I want you to really think about it. When you're creating content, how can you create your content so that it could be used obviously on social media? How can it be used so that it can be found afterwards? So if people are doing a Google search and they can find it on your website, and then even better, how can you use it on social media for an ad? And how can you use that to really broaden your audience? And if you want a few more details on that, happy to shoot another video and perhaps even share the tool that we use for this. But I'll leave that for now. Speak soon until the next video. Cheers.